so I'm here today to share 5 cards that I made using the November 2018 Hero Arts Advent Calendar themed card kit. We're going to make 3 traditional Advent calendar cards, a masculine love themed Advent calendar card that has a Find the Mistletoe game embedded in the card. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you that one. And then finally, we're going to make a birthday card for a little girl using the presents stamp and die add-ons that come with the kit. And then also somewhere in this video, there is going to be a surprise giveaway, and I will announce that, so be on the lookout for that. And with that, let's get started with card number 1. So for card 1, we're going to make a traditional Advent calendar card, and I'm using cilantro cardstock by Lawn Fawn, and we're using the large ornament stamp in the kit, and I use some embossing ink by Simon Says Stamp to ink up the ornaments. So for the embossing powder, I thought that white would go nicely against the cilantro cardstock, so I'm using some Lawn Fawn white embossing powder, and then we're going to heat set that with my heat gun. And this kit requires a lot of heat setting, and you may find that your cardstock gets warped by the time you're done melting the embossing powder. Just flip it over and heat the back to kind of unwarp it, which is what I did there. Now I'm going to teach you a trick to make die cutting easy, and this is the Spellbinders magnetic platform, and that is going to cause this metal die to stick to it. And we're going to use the magnetic platform in 2 different ways. So first I used it to die cut just to make sure that it maintained its position, given that there really wasn't anywhere to stick Post-it tape on the stamp. So now I'm just kind of pushing up the fronts of the ornament so that they kind of stick up and away from the card, because we want the person who gets them to know that there is something kind of cool on the inside they should be on the lookout for. Now we're going to bring out the magnetic platform again, and we're going to use this to help us to figure out where we're going to put our little images on the inside of the card. So I thought that, this is a good alternative to either using nothing or using Post-it tape. I ended up using this for all 5 cards that I made today, and it ended up working really, really nicely, and it helped me to keep the right position so I knew where to stamp all my little stamps. So these are all little images and sayings that are included in the kit. So cute, very holiday themed, but later on you'll see we're also going to make a birthday card with the little images and sayings. And I'm just using kind of rainbow colors here, and I'm just stamping in every ornament. And in the upper left hand corner, we're going to do some no line coloring. So I stamped Santa in some Barely Beige ink by Simon Says Stamp, and then we're just going to color him in with some Copic markers. And you don't have to be very fancy here. You don't have to get everything exactly right. You just want to give the hint of the little features. And I'm just kind of coloring in where the Barely Beige ink is. So you won't be able to see it by the end, and it'll look like a little, no line colored image. And I used some Nuvo drops for the little ball on Santa's hat, and some black glaze pen on the eyes of the reindeer, and also on Santa. This is White Blizzard Nuvo drops on the candy cane, some little white dots on the ornament, little white buttons for the gingerbread man out of Nuvo drops. The holly berries on the mistletoe, I used some red Nuvo drops. And then for this little deer, I thought we'd make her a girl, so we gave her some eyelashes and pink cheeks. Putting some ornaments on the tree, and I'm just decorating little snowflake here. So what I urge you with this kit is, just sit back and have some fun. Give yourself a lot of time. This isn't a kit to kind of race through. I worked on these cards early this morning, maybe from like 6 a.m. to noon, and I just had the best time. I just kind of sat down, had a cup of coffee, and wasn't in a rush and just kind of played and just had a lot of fun. So that's what I recommend you do when you work with this kit. Just play and enjoy yourself and give yourself a lot of time. All right, so that was card 1, but card 1 isn't dry, so we're going to pull out card 2, which I made off screen. This is the first card that I made just while I was testing out the kit so I can understand how it worked. And this one has some different images. There's a little chocolate chip cookie. There is a little snowman in the bottom left-hand corner. And now I'm just using some multimedia matte on the front of the card, just to attach it to the base that has the images. This is the first card that I did, and it's so cute. Look at all those little images. But as I was saying, I changed my adhesive game as I kind of went on and made more cards. I don't think that the liquid adhesive was really necessary. As we go on, we're just going to use score tape, and I find that worked just fine. So now back to card 1, because it's all dry now, and we're going to attach the front to the base. And now I am using score tape, and this is a 1/4 inch score tape, and I'm just going along the edges. There's no need to go around the middle, I found, after making the first card. As long as the sides are adhered well enough, you're good. So now I'm going to put everything onto a card base using my tape runner, and here is card number 1. And look how cute it is. Look at all those cute little images. Little gingerbread man, a little holly berry or mistletoe, an ornament that says "Be Merry," a star, a glass of wine, a little girl reindeer, holly berry, Rudolph, some candy, a heart, a cup of hot cocoa, a little saying that says "Warm Hugs," a Christmas tree with lots of little Nuvo drop ornaments. Isn't that so cute? And up here is our little no-line colored Santa. And he is just adorable. And of course he's saying "Ho, ho, ho." And there's Rudolph right underneath him. Okay, so that is going to do it for card 1. Oops, but there's a little candy cane I had to show you before we moved on. So for card 3, so now this is where it gets fun. This is, or more fun, I should say. So now we're going to make our masculine love-themed card, and we're going to play Find the Mistletoe. So I put the mistletoe in the bottom of the card, and then each of the ornaments is going to say either cold, cool, warm, or hot to kind of give the recipient of the card a sense of whether he is or she is getting closer to where the mistletoe is, to the big prize that's promised by the card. So I just kind of, as we get closer to the mistletoe, the words change from cold to cool to warm to hot. And sometimes we use an image to depict the words. So we have like a cup of hot cocoa to say you're warm or hot, and a snowflake to let you know if you're cool. And then at the end, we have our little ho, ho, ho with our wine glasses, which I thought was so cute. I'm just fixing one of the lettering there. Okay, now we're going to work on the front of the card. And this is a piece of fir green cardstock, and we're going to use the green gold embossing powder that comes with the kit. And this green combination, or this green cardstock, this is probably one of my favorite colors to use for masculine cards. I just think that dark green is very, very masculine. And I tend to like it and use it a lot when I'm making masculine cards. Okay, so now we're going to heat set our little ornaments, and the green gold embossing powder is really beautiful, as you can see. And I just colored in the little berries on the mistletoe there. Now we're going to die cut the front, just like we did with the first 2 cards. We're going to put our 1/8 inch score tape around the corners and then adhere it to the front. And here we are. So here's our little, just cutting off some excess white paper along the edges. If you don't place it exact, just cut it off like I did. Now we're going to put everything onto a card base, and then let's play the game. So when you get the card, you kind of start flipping up the ornaments, and it'll let you know if you're getting warmer or or if you're cool or warm, how close you are to the little mistletoe. So here, okay, I'm getting hot. Oh, that's so cute. There's a little sentence that says love you, and I found the mistletoe. And there's a big finale, ho ho ho, with 2 glasses of wine. So a little love you, and then our little map of letting you know whether you're getting closer or further away from the mistletoe. So this card was a lot of fun. And now it's giveaway time. All right, so for the giveaway, I am going to give away this card that I made using one of the add-ons to the kit. This is the Presents background stamp, and I colored it in with some Copic markers and used a sentiment from one of the other add-ons. So if you would like to win this card, leave a comment in this video. And that's not it, because there is a second part to the giveaway, which is the November kit, which is sold out right now. But I have an extra one, and I would love to give it to one of you. So if you would like to receive this card and the sold out kit, just leave a comment on this video letting me know that you're interested and letting me know which card you like the best. All right, so now moving on to card number 4. We're going to do another advent calendar card, and this time, instead of putting the ornaments on the front, I thought it would be cute to use the numbers that are included in the kit. So I'm just stamping all the little numbers in order from 1 to 24. I'm using black VersaFine ink here. And to make it easy on myself, I probably have like 10 little acrylic blocks, and I just put a number on each of them. And then for number 24, the finale, we're not going to color that in with ink. We're going to use some gold embossing powder from the kit to make our 24, because that is the date that we're counting down to. So there's our 24, and I just wanted to make the lines in the 4 a little bit more distinct. So I'm just going in there with my tool-in-one. And I thought the front needed a little bit more pizzazz, so now we're just going to add some details with a white gel pen, just making little dots around the edges of the ornament. And while I do this, there are some other Advent type cards that you could do. You could make a card for a child doing like a memory game, like maybe hide 2 Santas in the little images, or maybe 2 of the little reindeer, and see if your child can find them. That's another game that you could kind of make using these cards. You could also do the warm, like the cold, cool, warm, hot game with your children, and then maybe have like Santa and the reindeer at the end, or maybe have the little picture of a present and then, give them a present. Maybe the present would be the card, or I don't know, some other little crafty item that you made. But those are some ideas for how to kind of use the kit and just have fun with it. And if anyone else has other ideas for how to make the cards interactive and fun, and any other games you can think of, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right, so now I'm just going to show you some of the little images that we didn't stamp in the before. So there's a little turkey, a little dove, a mitten, a bell, the Christmas tree we've seen before, cocoa we've seen. My favorite one, I think, is a turkey. I just think that that's so adorable under the number 23. All right, so now we're on to our last card for this video. And this is a little girl birthday card that we're gonna make. And we're going to use the Presents background stamp. And this card is for my niece, Emma. It is her 7th birthday in the next few days. And I know she's very excited. And I wanted to make a very special card for her. So I thought that that this card was pretty special, and I think she'll love it. And I hope that she gets to see the video too, to see me making it. So I'm just going to use some white embossing powder to emboss the gifts, but then we're going to go over it again, and we're going to put another color embossing powder over this. So I'm just putting it back in the MISTI, taking it out. And now we're going to use some holographic embossing powder. And this is really beautiful and iridescent, and it's just going to make the card sparkle and shine. So there it is, and this is what the holographic powder looks like. I just left that in case you wanted to get a close-up of the powder itself. And now we're going to heat set that. And as you can see, as it sets, it's just sparkly and beautiful. And then once we get this all heat set, we're going to add some more details to the front of the card with a white gel pen. And I'm just going to kind of fill in some of the ribbons, some of the little markings on the gift packages with a white gel pen, just to make the front of the card a little bit interesting looking. So there we did a ribbon on one. We're going to do a ribbon on another. Some more ribbons. I'm filling in the tags with the white gel pen. And another ribbon. And I'm just trying to leave some of them plain, some of them with a little bit of white detail, just until it looks finished to me. And I think right about here is where it looks good. And now we're ready to move on to the next stage, which is to take the die that accompanies this stamp, and we're going to place it over top using our magnetic platform just like before, and we're going to cut little windows into each of the gifts. And if you get this yourself, the way to know which end is right, there's one side with 5 presents and one with 4. So just attach, for the top, use the one with 5 gifts, and then you'll be good. Because I had a little difficulty trying to figure out which end was up, but then I just counted. I'm like, that's the secret. It's 5 versus 4. All right, now we're going to add a little ribbon to the top of the gift, and this ribbon is by a die set by Lawn Fawn. It's one of their little box dies, not the little box die, but I think I don't remember the name, but it's a box that you could use if you want to make like a collection of note cards and then gift that to someone. So I'm just shaping the bow, and this is one of my favorite ways to shape the bows, which is to use like a paintbrush and just put it through the center to just fluff up the sides of the bow. Then we're going to attach it to the top with some multimedia matte adhesive, and that's white iridescent glitter cardstock. And I'm just going to hold that down for a second until it's nice and adhered, and now it looks good to me. And now we can move on to making the inside of the card. So I'm also using some images and sayings from the November kit, and I tried to pick the ones that I thought would be good for a birthday, especially a little girl's birthday. So we have Make a Wish, Cutie Pie, Love You, some hearts, some candies, some little presents, and I'm using pink and red and purple ink for the most part, some stars, and that is going to do it. Now we're going to put everything together and finish off our little girl birthday card. So here I am adhering the tape to the base of the card instead of the front of the card this time, just to show you there are different, lots of different ways to put these cards together. We're going to put it all onto a card base, and that is going to do it. So that is our little girl birthday card. So cute. Cutie Pie, Love You, some candies. I think Emma is going to love this card. I can't wait to give it to her. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you would like to participate in the giveaway for one of the November kits and a card from me, just leave me a comment letting me know that you're interested, or letting me know which was your favorite card. And I will see you again soon in the next video. Have a great week, everyone.